Hello everyone, welcome for this lecture. Today we are going to discuss supernode analysis. What do you mean by this supernode? Okay, so before studying this, in the previous classes we have discussed about super mesh analysis. When we used to apply super mesh analysis, that is whenever we have a current source, okay, whenever we have a current source between two loops, okay, between two loops or any more than that loops, okay, so that time we used to apply a super mesh analysis. Today we are going to discuss about a super node analysis. For that, let's begin with a simple circuit. They have asked us to find the node voltages. So in this circuit diagram, let's mention, already they have given, since they have mentioned the nodes, what we can do is identify those 1, 2 and 3 nodes, and this one is a V0. The fourth node you can take it as a reference node, okay, which is potential is 0 volts. Okay, now we need to apply KCL. Okay, we need to apply KCL at each node so that to get equations. Okay, remember how many nodes are there? 3 nodes are there except your reference nodes. Okay, 3 nodes are there. You supposed to get, okay, we supposed to get 3 equations. This you keep in mind. This is a very basic idea. Okay, based on that we have to apply KCL. First one, apply KCL at V1, that is this point. Let's apply KCL at a first node. When you are applying KCL at a first node, see in this first node there are 3 branches, first, second and third, right? 3 branches. Identify how those branches are. This is resistance, okay, this is a current flowing through, you can assume. This is a current flow, you can assume. But between V1 and V3 there is a voltage source. Okay, between those two you have a voltage source where you cannot apply KCL. Okay, that is the Kirchhoff's current law, where you have a voltage here. So whenever you have voltage source, whenever we have a voltage source between two nodes, okay, whenever we have a voltage source between two nodes, that time we cannot apply KCL for individual nodes. So that time we have to go for this super node analysis. Okay, so now we can identify that V1 and V3, that is first node and a second node, means third node, are your super nodes. Okay, these are your super nodes. Then you can apply a super node, you can connect those and then apply super node for V1 and V2. Remember, whenever you are applying a super node analysis, those nodes, individual nodes characteristics will remain the same. Okay, you are at a V1, so V1 remains, and at a V3 remains. Okay, and then what about V2? V2 is between V2 and V4 there is a voltage source, right? Then this V4, this end of the, okay, this voltage source is connected between node to the ground. Okay, so then it you need not be apply super node for this. Okay, you can take directly, that is independently connected voltage source to the V2 node. So what we can do is V2 is nothing but 12 volts. Okay, V2 is nothing but your 12 volts. Okay, because at this point V2, to calculate a V2 you need to apply, but this is a reference node, therefore independent voltage source is connected to this node and a reference, therefore you can take directly V2 is equal to 12 volts. Okay, right. So now we have got V2 is equal to 12 volts, and then we have to apply KCL to the super node, that is V1 and V3. Let's apply KCL for that. As we know, we have a V2 is equal to 12 volts, right? Now we'll apply KCL for at V1 and V3. At V1, okay, at V1, so apply KCL for that. V1, you have a 2 branches leaving this voltage source, so V1 divided by 500, okay, because it is connected to reference. So we can take V1 divided by 500 plus this 125 ohm is connected between V1 and V2. So it is you are at V1 minus V2 divided by 125 ohm. Okay, so these two over. Next, this is your at V1. Okay, you have to combine both V1 and V3. Those two are your super nodes. Okay, V1 divided by 500, so means at V1 how many branches are connected, you have added that, and then at V3 you have to add in that only. So V3 divided by plus V3 divided by 500, this branch, and another branch is here 250 ohm, that is connected between V3 and V2, and you are at V3. So V3 minus V2 divided by 250. Okay, any other current sources? We not have any other current sources. Okay, so these four branches is equal to 0. Okay, this is your first, you can call this as a first equation, this you can call as a second equation. Let's simplify that. Okay, observe here super node KCL at V1 and V3. Observe this equation what we have written earlier, right? V1 minus V2 divided by 125, V1 divided by 500, okay, plus V3 divided by 500 plus V3 minus V2 divided by 250 equal to 0. This is a KCL at super nodes V1 and at V3. Okay, so let's simplify this equation. Let's take in this entire equation V1 outside. When we have taken V1 outside, it is 1 divided by 125. Okay, observe this term. Okay, when you take V1 outside, so in this it is V1 1 divided by 125, and from here it is plus 1 by 500. Okay, and here V2 is there, minus V2 divided by 125 will be there. Next, for the second fact, in the second factor, you have to take V3 outside. When you have taken V3 outside, 1 divided by 500 plus 1 divided by 250 will be there, right? In that equation only we will get one more V2, that is minus V2 divided by 250. Just simplify, write V1, simplify it and keep aside. V3 also you can keep aside. Now V2 and V2. So minus V2 divided by 125 minus V2 divided by 250 equal to 0. This is just to simplify this, we get this equation. But you have this V2 value, substitute in this second equation. That is, substitute, it is your second equation and this is your first equation. Substitute this one in this equation. That is 0.01 V1 as it is minus 0.012 into V2. It is how much? 12 volt. You substitute it plus 0.006 V3 equal to 0. So simplify, you get this equation. Okay. So once you have got three equations we supposed to get, that is one already we have got, Vt is equal to 12 volt. Another one we have got by this equation, super node equation. Okay, and last one we have to get it. Observe this one we have left, right, where this side is positive and this side is negative. All right, so what you have to do is, which side it is a positive, that you have to take as plus V1, which side is a minus V3, so it is minus V3. Suppose if at all this one is negative and plus, then what we have, what our equation would be, minus V1 plus V3. That's it, right? I hope you have got this equation how to write. So third equation will be from this voltage source. Okay, see, this is your V1 minus V3 equal to 8 volt. We have final equations, that is 0.01 V1 plus 0.006 V3 equal to 0.11144, and V1 minus V3 is equal to 8. So solve these two equations, you get two answers, that is V1 and V3. Already we have V2. Okay, this is how we have to solve the, we have to apply super node analysis. Okay, I hope you have got this. Let's move to another one, numerical, for the same method. For this circuit we have to identify nodes, and then they have asked us to find the output voltage, that is V0. Remember what is a V0, they have specified right now. Okay, So they have specified something, that is we need to find out the V naught. Then be careful about that at the end. So this is nothing but voltage across the 40 ohm, right, is nothing but your V3, correct. We can observe this is a ground. If it is a ground, if there is a voltage source, V3 would have taken that voltage source, right. Now is nothing but V3 is equal to V naught. Okay, so now we'll calculate it. Since they have specified V1, V2, V3, if not, we have to identify it. Observe this network in this. So at V1 you have one current source and you have one resistance and one voltage source, and another one is this voltage source. Okay, how many branches are there at V1? At V1 you have 4 branches. Among that, one is a current source, another one is a resistance, and 2 are voltage sources. Okay, and those 2 voltage sources are not connected to that node to ground. Those are connected between 2 nodes, okay, which is not a ground, right. Then we have to consider super node analysis here. Okay, and this is one thing. Another one, you go to second one, that is V2. At V2 you have 3 branches, 1, 2 and 3. So at V2 you have 3 branches. One is a voltage source, another one is a current source, another one is a resistance. Okay, and come to third one, you have 3 branches. One is the current source, resistance and voltage source. Now what we have to do is observe independently. We cannot apply anywhere KCL. Okay, at V1 also you have 2 voltage sources between V1 and V2 as well as between V1 and V3. Therefore, there are all 3 nodes will become super nodes. Okay, observe here. First, there is a one voltage source which is connected between V1 and V3, right. Then V1 and V3 are your super nodes, and again 60 volt voltage source is connected between V1 and V2. Therefore, V2 also becomes a super node. Therefore, all 3 are your super nodes. So now we have to apply super node for all 3 together. Okay, so remember how many variables are there, means how many nodes are there. 3 nodes are there, so you supposed to get 3 equations. Okay, so let's apply. So this one, sorry, this one and this one, all 3 are your super nodes. Let's apply KCL at super nodes. All 3 are super nodes, so all 3 we have to combine together, right. One equation we get from super nodes, that's for sure. Okay, how many equations we have to get? 3 equations. One we get from KCL at super nodes, another one we get from this voltage source, that is 60 volt voltage source. This is one another equation. Another last equation will be get by, means we get by that 100 volt voltage source, right. I hope you have got the idea how to tackle this. Let's just write the equation. KCL at super nodes, that is V1, V2, V3 combining. At V1 it will be V1 divided by 25. Okay, so you have independent current source also, that we used to write equal to, correct, that we used to write equal to. I'll write here equal to. Is it entering or leaving? It is entering, so I'll take it as 5. Okay, I'll write, and then here I'll come back again to left hand side. So at V1 got overwrite, only 2 branches are connected here, right, that is 1 and second. So here we get one more voltage source, and this we get a voltage source, that we have to consider for the next equations. Okay, so at V2 how many branches are there? 1 and 2, leaving this voltage source. Therefore it will be V2 divided by 20 ohm resistance, and you have an independent current source which is entering to that V2, so therefore it should be plus 4, correct. That is equal to, right. So don't consider this right now. Okay, 5 plus 4, that is equal to 5 plus 4. This side it is this factor, and this factor is with respect to V1, this factor and this factor is with respect to V2. Last V3 how many branches are there? This set this, that is 40 ohm resistance and 4 ampere current. So we have to consider those two. So plus, okay, it should be plus V1 by 25 plus V2 by 20, right, at V2 divided by 20. Then next V3, at V3 divided by 40, okay, V3 divided by 40 ohm resistance. And there is one more independent current source which is leaving from the node, so it should be minus 4, okay. Once you got this, see at right hand side 5 plus 4 minus 4, so this 4 get cancelled, right. Only terms left is V1 divided by 25 plus V2 divided by 20 plus V3 divided by 40 equal to 5. This is your first equation, okay. Simplify, you get this as a first equation. What about second equation? I can take this one as a second equation, okay, which is minus V1 plus V2 equal to 60. This is your second equation. And what about your third equation? It will be about this one. Which side is positive? V1 side is positive. So plus V1 minus V3 equal to 100 volt, right? Once we got the equation, how to write? Easily we can write it. See. So first equation, at V1 divided by 25 ohm, at V2 divided by 20, and at V3 we have V3 divided by 40, which is with all respect to your resistances. Independent current sources also you have at V1, V2 and V3. So three factors should be there at the right hand side also. So first factor, that is entering, plus 5, and at V2 entering plus 4, and at V3 it is leaving, so it should be minus 4. So once you have, so plus 4 and minus 4 get cancelled. So simplify this, 1 divided by 25 V1, 1 divided by 20 V2, 1 divided by 40 V3 equal to 5. And then this is the first equation by KCL for a super nodes. And then second equation you have to get it by 60 volt supply, that is minus V1 plus V2 equal to 60. Third one is V1 minus V3 equal to 100. By solving these three equations, okay, we get V1 is equal to 39.13 volt, V2 is equal to 99.13 volt, and V3 is equal to minus 60.87 volts. But what we have to do is we have to find out the output voltage at V0. V0 is nothing but voltage across 40 ohm resistance, that is nothing but your V3, okay. So V0 is equal to V3, that is minus 60.87 volts, okay. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you.